Yo, what's up guys? DPX here, and I finally get to talk about the silhouettes for Injustice 2. Now I know, I've already spoken about the silhouettes for Injustice 2, but there was an update for Injustice 2 which patched a few things, given some, gave Mr. Freeze's helmet, as well as a few characters, some new dialogue, I think. And so, but one thing that was there was this. Now, sorry that, the photo is terrible quality. It's not my picture. It's not, I didn't take this picture, so yeah, I picked another picture from online. So yeah, so one of those silhouettes is Red Hood above the random sign, but there are other silhouettes on the sides that are worth speculating. Alright, first let's start with this side, where, okay, so, the first one, the first one is obvious, and that's Black Manta. I mean, Black Manta was in the trailer, like his silhouette was in the trailer, and he was also in that tweet had been posted. The one above him is probably Sub-Zero. The one next to Sub-Zero is, well, you see, I said that I thought that was Spawn. That was before I listened to what people think about it. Some people say that they think it's Azrael. I could see that being Azrael, but you see, I don't think Azrael should be in this game, since he's more likely to be a premiere skin for Robin. Another character that can possibly be is Beast Boy in gorilla form. That's a common one that people think about. But then there are two other characters I think that this can be. One of them is actually Deathstroke. Now, it's probably not as likely for that to be Deathstroke. But you see, like the top of the head kind of fits Deathstroke and everything. So, I don't know, it could be Deathstroke, and that could also be like a pretty big character, like size-wise, a big character, which is why the next character I think that could be is Parasite. Now, Parasite's dead in the Injustice universe. Yeah, I know. But he's a DLC character, so that doesn't freaking matter. So, Parasite can be a pretty unique character. I'd like to see how he'd be in the game, but honestly, out of all these characters that I talked about for this silhouette, I think Spawn's the most likely. Now, finally, for this last one, the one under most likely Spawn, the one under that silhouette, the one that is obviously a female, many people think that's Enchantress, and I can actually see that. It does look like Enchantress, because if you look very closely, don't look closely at this, but like look closely on like a different image with better quality, you can see the moon thing on her head. Just the problem is, Enchantress's comic book design was very different than her Suicide Squad movie design. Now, I know in my video of these silhouettes and breaking them down, I did say that I thought that that was Vixen, but that was before I knew that Vixen was a premiere skin. Another character that is pretty likely is Raven, because, I mean, well, Raven was a popular character in the first game, and I mean, we have Robin, we have Cyborg, we have Starfire, we might get Beast Boy. Where's Raven? You know what I mean? I mean, really, yeah. And there are two more characters I think that can be. One of them is Katana, and the other is Star Sapphire. Now, neither of these characters are really likely at all or anything. But I feel like they'd be pretty cool characters, and I don't really think we need Star Sapphire, and I don't think we need Katana. They'd be cool. Honestly, though, I think the most likely one out of these four, based on the silhouette at least, is Enchantress. But overall, I think either Enchantress or Raven. Okay, now on to this side. Now, let's start with the obvious one that we've known about, and that's Raiden. Now, I'm not quite thrilled about Raiden being in this game. I mean, like, he could be a pretty cool character, but not that much of a unique character. Yeah. But, remember with Mortal Kombat X, where one of the silhouettes was Bakara, but then it turned out to be Alien. Maybe that can happen here, where it's Raiden, but it turns out to be like Static Shock or Black Lightning, or even Shazam. Above Raiden is definitely Starfire. I mean, yeah. Next to Starfire is an interesting character. Now, not interesting as in it's hard to figure out. In fact, that's actually pretty easy to figure out. That's obviously the Atom. Because, like, why would they make it that obvious? Maybe it's just a troll. But seriously, I mean, the generic looking silhouette in the Fighter Pack 1 trailer, I thought it was Beast Boy, because Beast Boy has somewhat of a generic default design in a way, but this, I mean, that's definitely the Atom. But who knows, maybe it could just be a troll. But under the Atom is probably the most interesting one out of all of them. I have so many guesses for this character. One of the popular guesses is Wildcat. Now, this could be Wildcat because in the tweet that had been posted, not the tweet, in the trailer, Fighter Pack 1 trailer, if you looked closely, there was stuff coming from sticking out of like his forehead, and you can see Wildcat has that. Another character I think this can be is Rorschach because of the collar, and the collar, that's where many characters come in. There's Martian Manhunter. There's I mean, Martian Manhunter should also be in this. Like, he was like sort of the Red Hood of this game. He was the Red Hood of Injustice 1. a highly requested character that didn't make the initial roster. So then he was one of the first characters to make it as DLC. That happened with Red Hood and Starfire here. So, yeah, that's, there's Martian Manhunter. And then there's also, what's his name? Constantine. Now, Ed Boon actually retweeted a tweet from Jeremy Johns, a popular movie reviewer. He retweeted a prediction that he had that this was Constantine. Now, you see, it doesn't look like he has his hair here, but in the tweet Ed Boon posted of the picture with the silhouettes, this silhouette was different. So maybe that was Constantine. And then this can also be like, it could even be Parasite. Yeah, Parasite. I said Parasite for the other one, but see, there's this one comic book where he had this like coat on and it had a collar on it. So maybe that can be Parasite. Another character that can be is Hellboy. Now, Hellboy is probably one of the lesser likely guest characters, but he was teased by Ed Boon along with Spawn. So I think he's one of the more expected guest characters at the same time. And I'd like to see how he'd play in this game. And then another character that I think could be in it with the collar and everything is Red Tornado. Red Tornado would also be a pretty cool character, though he's probably less likely. Now, the last character I think this can be is that this character does not have a collar, but he has something around his neck sticking out, and that is Lex Luthor. Now, I know he has a big suit, so why would they do this one? Well, he also, he had a big suit in Injustice Gods Among Us, and he does have a big suit, but then he has like a thinner suit. He can use that, and there is something that goes around his neck. So I don't know. There's a lot of characters that this can be. This one isn't really, like, no one really knows who this can be for sure. I think the most likely one is probably Constantine, since he was teased by Ed Boon. But then there's also Rorschach, Hellboy, and Martian Manhunter that I also think are also most likely to be this. And this could even also be Spawn too. I believe the other one I said was Spawn is Spawn. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree with what I said? Do you think I thought it was way too many characters for that last silhouette? What do you think? Tell me below in the comments section. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? DPX here, and I finally get to talk about the silhouettes for Injustice 2. Now, I know I've already talking above Static Shock is definitely Starfire. Oh, come on, I said Static Shock again.